Let's talk movies now. He watches the bad ones so that you don't have to. It's our friend and film critic, Richard Roeper. Hey, Rich.
That's the gig.
That's the gig. Well, let's get right to it. This first film is making history as the first gay rom-com to be produced by a major studio starring Billy Eichner and Luke McFarlane. This is Bros.
What if the final exhibit was a recreation of a queer wedding?
I like that.
Okay, that I don't hate.
Tamara, that is so sweet. I love that. And people can come and register for wedding gifts here.
You're gonna write that.
Oh my God, and no! That is old-fashioned heteronormative nonsense. We need to get people to rethink history through a queer prism, not comfort them with another gay wedding, all right? It's a museum, it's not Schitt's Creek.
Oh, I like Schitt's Creek. I love Schitt's Creek.
That show has layers.
Everyone loves Schitt's Creek. Great, okay.
Looks funny, looks good. Are we spending or saving?
Well, it's a big spend, and there's been so much made about the fact that you mentioned this is a major studio theatrical R-rated release with this great diverse cast about a gay love story. But it's really a lot like the 1990s movies like When Harry Met Sally and Notting Hill. All those great romantic comedies. We know exactly what's going to happen. The meet cute, the misunderstandings, the musical interlude where they fall in love and then they have a fight. We know what's going to happen, but it's done it's really funny and really smart. I will say this, it earns its R rating as well, but it's terrific. And I love Billy Eichner here. He's been doing a lot of good stuff for a long time, and this was sort of his passion project, so it's really cool to see it come to fruition.
And the entire cast, the entire crew, all LGBTQ, right?
That is absolutely right, except for a couple of really good celebrity cameos that I don't want to give away.
Oh,
all right. That's
come
a great
on,
tease.
you got to give us a hint.
Deborah Messing. I'll just say that. I'll just say that much.
Oh, well, that's fitting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, great. Zac Efron stars in a true story about a man who goes on a dangerous mission to deliver beer to soldiers in Vietnam. Here's a look at the greatest beer run ever.
Look at these scumbags.
Hey, you're embarrassing yourself and you're embarrassing your family.
Do these protesters not know that our soldiers see that on TV? I'd like to go over to Vietnam, track down all the boys in the neighborhood, and give them a beer.
I could do that.
Do what?
Bring in beer.
He's not serious. He's hammered. Look at him.
The man's stone sober. That's his 5th beer, maybe, tops.
I'm going to Vietnam, and I'm bringing a beer! Yeah!
Now, this is based on a true story?
Believe it or not, and by the way, that's Bill Murray as the pub owner, almost unrecognizable there. A guy actually went to Vietnam with a satchel of Pabst Blue Ribbon to deliver to his buddies. Crazy story. Unfortunately, this is a save, guys. I think a documentary would be more interesting about this. This plays like a medley of better Vietnam movies like Casualty of War and Good Morning Vietnam that we can see. I like Zac Efron. I think he gives a good effort here.
Oscar-winning performance?
No, it's not. There might be a guy named Oscar who worked on the film. But that's as close as this one's getting to an Academy Award, guys.
That was a good line.
That was a great line. All right, well, let's see about this next one. The Good House is about a New England realtor whose life begins to unravel when she runs into an old flame. Rich, is this a spend or a save?
Well, this is a spend. I love seeing Kevin Kline and Sigourney Weaver. This is a love story about two people in their 60s. We don't see that often in the movies. They were in films together in the 90s. They were in Dave and the Ice Storm, and here we are 30-some years later, and just seeing these two great icons. It's also a very serious story because Sigourney Weaver's character is an alcoholic, but it's at heart, just to see these great actors on screen is wonderful.
Every time I see Sigourney Weaver, though, it scares me from my childhood of watching Alien.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really?
Alien. I watched that movie when I was a little kid.
She's an actress.
I know.
So.
I know, but there's certain. I interviewed Glenn Close, and I was like, I can't help but think about Fatal Attraction. She says, "Oh, I get that all the time. Don't worry. As long as you don't have rabbits, you're fine."
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, and finally, Mona Lisa and the Blood Moon is a fantasy thriller about a girl with supernatural powers. She escapes a mental institution with the help of a single mother. Are we spending or saving on this, Rich?
This is a spend. It's very gruesome, very strange. It's got some great supporting performances too. Kate Hudson and Chicago's own Craig Robinson is in this as well. So we always love to see them. Yeah, exactly.
All right, sounds good. Anything else that's jumping out at you? I told you I got to watch the Nolan Ryan documentary because my dad loves it. You recommended it.
Facing Nolan, and I want to early get this on people's radar. There's a movie coming out called Punch 9, which is all about the Harold Washington campaign for mayor and his term as mayor, a Chicago-centric film. We'll be talking about that one in the next couple of weeks.
And I'm watching Dahmer on Netflix.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Tough.
But
Tough,
you
but it's fascinating, I have to admit.
The guy who's playing him?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough to watch, but the performances are great.
Yeah, I know
it is
the
well
victim's
done.
family's not happy
Yeah,
want it
no.
off, but yeah. All right, 3 spends, 1 save. Thanks so much, Rich.
Thanks, guys.
Coming up next, Bears great Matt Forte helps me out with this week's barely accurate prediction. Will we be stuck between a rock and a hard place? Find out.
Hey, if you like that video, be sure to subscribe to our ABC7 Chicago YouTube channel.